Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of voyagers. It is the DOUG here, and it's time for NFL Week 11 and some college picks for this season. Because, as you know, we do a recap of the previous week. So in college, Wyoming lost to UNLV, which that shocked me, and I think everyone else in the pick league, Travis and Dave. Let me know what you guys think about that one. Florida State beat Miami. Michigan beat Penn State. Duke lost to North Carolina in overtime, and Iowa destroyed Rutgers. So I went 3-2 this past week in college, and I am 31-19 for the season. In the NFL, Bears beat the Panthers on Thursday night, showing Chicago still has 2 picks in the top 5 probably. Remember, they won Carolina's pick. Ravens got upsetted by the Browns because they let the Browns make a comeback. Ravens choked. I'm sure my mom in heaven was pissed. Colts got my lock of the week correct as they beat the Patriots. The Texans shocked everyone and beat the Bengals. Somebody actually won $5.5 million on that game. Steelers beat the Packers, giving me double points, which unfortunately in the long run kind of still did not help that much, and I'll say why in a minute. Bucks beat the Titans. Niners destroyed the Jags. The Vikings beat the Saints. So Vikings have been playing great without Kirk Cousins, which I don't think anybody really saw that coming. Cardinals got the upset over the Falcons. Lions beat the Chargers in a shootout. Seahawks barely get by the Redskins. My Cowboys destroyed the Giants. The Raiders got that one right, beat the Jets. Unfortunately, the Bills, due to some questionable calls by the offense and the fact that the defense kind of choked near the end, particularly the 2 penalties, which I'm going to get to in a minute, lost to the Broncos, putting me at 10-5 for this week. Because remember, when you get a game right by yourself, you get double points. So I went 86 and 69 for the season. Now that Bills that last drive, I know a lot of people are saying, "Oh, Josh Allen was the reason they lost some of these games." I think it's the Madden curse, to be honest, because usually when somebody's on the cover, it's usually an injury or they have a bad year, and unfortunately, Josh Allen's having that. I think it's safe to say Bills do not want nobody on the Madden cover after this. But that flag that kind of helped Denver on that last drive, the first one, the pass interference. I think anyone who saw it can agree that probably, while the letter of the law, it was probably correct, but at the same time, we've seen quarterbacks do that. They will purposely throw the ball low to where it draws pass interference because of the fact of, it is what it is. I don't like that, to be honest. I feel like, to be honest, if the quarterback is purposely throwing it low, it should not be pass interference flag because he's doing that on purpose. But it's the NFL. They're not going to fix that rule because it means they would roll wrong. Speaking of standings, Travis is still in first, guys, so congratulations to that. Rosie and Doc are tied from what I read this morning, if I read it right, because I was half asleep. Unfortunately, though, Dave, due to his 3 games of getting double points this week, jumped me to 4th. I am currently in last. Granted, I'm not that far behind Dave and all of them, so it's going to be interesting to see how I do there. Travis, though, still got a big lead. Travis actually has the best chance to hit 100 games this week. He just has to win 3. Well, everyone else, pretty much, if they want to hit 100, yeah, you're going to have to go perfect, pretty much. I think Rosie and Doc, they would have to win 12 games, and I know me and Dave would probably have to win 13, 14, pretty much, or get a lot of the double points activated. But let's get to the college games this week, guys. So this is for you, Dave, and Travis. By the way, there were no games on Thursday or Friday for this week, the whole Saturday games. My Notre Dame takes on Wake Forest. I'm taking Notre Dame here, and this is actually kind of interesting. The Notre Dame quarterback used to play for Wake Forest before transfer portal, so it's kind of going back to your old school in a way. Kansas against Kansas State. I got Kansas. Stanford versus California. I got Stanford winning at the Hotel California. JMU versus Appalachian State, which, by the way, JMU is actually at college, has college game day there on Saturday, and Pat McAfee will be there Friday. So, all you people who live near JMU, go say hi to Pat McAfee and the college game day crew. And then we got Oklahoma and BYU. I got Oklahoma. As far as for the NFL games, I got the Ravens on Thursday night over the Bengals. As many of you know, when my mom passed away, I said I would dedicate the rest of not only every stream for her, but also the rest of the NFL season, I'd be picking the Ravens to win, for better or for worse. So give me Baltimore over the Bengals. Cowboys against Panthers. I got the Cowboys, but this is a trap game because of the fact that Panthers all only got 1 win. We saw what happened when we played against Arizona. that kind of bit us in the butt. Yeah, we handled our business with the Giants, but the Giants have so many injuries. You know, Carolina, we don't have that luxury where they got half the team out with injuries. Hopefully, we do what we did against the Giants, nip it in the butt, put them in the bed, because then we got to play a good Redskin team, Commanders, Washington team with no name, whatever you want to call them. We got to play them on Thanksgiving. That's going to be a good game. Steelers against the Browns. This one was a hard pick for me, but I'm taking the Steelers. Browns offense, to be honest, you should have not won that game. You only won because your defense stepped up, and Ravens did not. I don't think the Steelers will make that same mistake. So give me Pittsburgh. By the way, it's kind of funny. You could see the Ravens, Steelers, Bengals, and Browns all in the playoffs if that happens. There's a chance. My lock of the week, I have the Texans over the Cardinals. Hey, I'll give Cardinals credit. They beat Atlanta, but I think Texans, they got the Rookie of the Year, who is an MVP candidate for some people. I think Texans are going to bounce back and make it competitive, but for the Jags in that division. Speaking of the Jags, I think they bounce back, get an easy win over the Titans. Dolphins, Raiders. I'm taking the Dolphins here, but I am a little bit concerned here because the Raiders are not a bad team. You know, they have a lot of turmoil. For the Dolphins, you better hope you capitalize on this, because if you don't, you're going to have that stigma of you can't beat decent teams. And the Raiders are kind of on that middle boat of decency. Not great, but not terrible. But give me the Dolphins. Lions and Bears. Was just announced Fields will be back this week to play against the Lions, but it doesn't matter. Lions have got a great defense. The offense is clicking. Give me Detroit. Chargers, Packers. Sorry, Travis, I'm taking the Chargers here. Packers, Jordan Love has not been playing well this year. I know it's going to be his first for you as the starter, but man, they are not. The running game's not helping him that much. He doesn't have a lot of great receivers and tight ends to throw to. The Packers defense does its job, but I think Chargers, they're going to win this because they know how to score more points. Sorry. Redskins, Giants. I'm taking the Redskins. Commanders, horse with no name. Giants have too many injuries. I'm sorry, I can't pick a team that half the team is out. Barkley probably doesn't want to be there much longer. I have a feeling he doesn't even want to play. And I'm going to say this because I saw a lot of the highlights from last week, because I didn't get to watch the game living in Virginia. It really felt like the Giants did not care. They literally just went in there, said, we got to play this game. We'll just take this loss and deal with it. We'll just worry about next season. That's what it feels like. They're just worrying about draft stock at this point. Bills, Jets. This one's a hard one because Bills have been up and down this year. Jets defensively are a good team, but offensively they can't score points. There are rumors that Rodgers might be back in December. So Zach Wilson's got to try to ride the ship. I don't think he can. I think Bills should get a bounce back win. But if the Bills do lose this, you may as well just hand that division to Miami at that point. Because Bills are really the only team I think who can stop Miami. And right now I'm questioning that. Niners and Bucks. Well, I think Baker Mayfield's done a good job with Tampa. You know, not a lot of, remember, he's played well. The problem is it's everyone else around him. I think the Niners just too powerful of a defense. They got the offense clicking again after the 3 straight losses against the Jags team who we thought were going to be better. So give me the Niners over the Bucks. Rams. They're a clusterfuck. Sunday night game, Vikings Broncos. Originally, I would have said this should have been flex, but we got kind of interesting because both teams can make a playoff push. Vikings, yes, you know, with all their injuries and all that, the defense has been able to put up points. Denver's been kind of hot since the CMML show. Thanks to Dave for telling me that. They're 3-0 since that show. But I'm going to take the Vikings here. I think, you know, even with all their injuries, they're finding ways to win and not choke games. And the quarterback they traded to get from Arizona has been playing well. He could be taking Kirk Cousins' job, which would not be the first time we've seen a quarterback get injured mid-season and then lose their job. But give me the Vikings on Sunday night. And then Monday night's the Super Bowl rematch, Chiefs-Eagles. I'm taking the Chiefs here. Taylor Swift's probably going to be there, so there's one. Mahomes, I like Mahomes way better than Hurts, and I think they got the better tight end. Now, I think the Eagles will put up points and everything. It's weird. Would I be surprised if we see this again in the Super Bowl? No. It would suck, because I think none of us want to see a Super Bowl rematch for the most part, particularly because we know Taylor Swift's going to be at the Super Bowl in the stands, and we don't need that going, oh, here's Taylor Swift number 1, here's Taylor Swift number 2. Everybody will make a drinking game and get drunk. Speaking of which, it's probably going to happen on Monday night with the Chiefs-Eagles if Taylor Swift is there. It's going to become a drinking game. How many times would Troy Aikman and Joe Buck say Taylor Swift is watching the game? My money's on 10. But anyway, before we go, I have Notre Dame, Kansas, Stanford, JMU and Oklahoma in college this week. In NFL, I got Ravens, Cowboys, Steelers, Texans, Jags, Dolphins, Lions, Chargers, Redskins, Bills, Niners, Seahawks, Vikes, and the Chiefs. Let me know what you think of the picks below. Who do you have winning this week? There will be no stream tonight, unfortunately, because I probably will be on Alien Fire Team most of the night. So we'll be back tomorrow with more Callisto Protocol, most likely after the Ravens game. Friday, I don't know what I'm doing yet, and guys, Saturday probably won't be streaming till very late, and Sunday probably the same thing as well because I want to enjoy the whole day of football. So I will see you guys tomorrow night for more Callisto Protocol. Until then, peace out, be safe, and see you all next time.